Hi, my name is Sadah Leget. I am studying English 7 of the Specialty in Operation. In this video, I will be to explain about video about the ship as definition and confident space. A ship to sail must have buoyancy which required that its structure be impermeable to water and resistant to withstand the effort to which it will be subjected. What provides this impermeability and resistance is the quality and shape of its hull. In this video, he tells us a little about the parts, dimension, and structure of the ship, in which we have the hull, which is the mold or exterior covering of the ship. It is what surrounds and waterproof the structure of the ship, thus forming the body of the ship depth. It is the height of the ship or vertical distance in meter measured from the lower face of the hull at its intersection with the keel and the main deck line measured in the middle of the length. The beam, which is the width of the ship, as the beam is not constant throughout the entire ship. The center line, which is the line resulting from the intersection of the diametrical plane with the transverse plane. It acts as the ship axis of symmetry on which the transverse coordinate of the starboard or port side and the baseline are measured, which is the line that we project to indicate the lowest point of the keel of our ship. This line we will represent it in the longitudinal view and in the frame box. We have the keel, which is the backbone of the ship. It is the skeleton from which the frames are born. At the bow, and it joins the stern, and at the stern, and it joins the stern. And it is also the lowest point of the keel, which is the height of the submerged part of the hull. It can also be defined as the vertical measurement taken from the keel to the waterline. We also have the waterline, which is an imaginary line that separates the submerged part of the hull from the part that is out of the water. The ship midline acts as the ship's axis of symmetry on which the transverse coordinates of the starboard and port side are measured. Also tell us the dashing waterline, forward and after perpendicular, lengths between perpendicular, lengths overall, longitudinally, transversally, vertically, etc. There is currently a great variety with regard to the size and type of ship, but in terms of construction system of their fundamental structures, they respond to three basic construction systems: pure, well-mixed, transversal system, longitudinal system, and mixed system. Nautical vocabulary is an essential part of knowing a ship. Not only is it the most appropriate way to refer to important part of a vessel, but it is essential when communicating with other vessels. In the second video, tell us about a confined space is one with restricted access, which is not subject to continuous ventilation, in which the atmosphere can be dangerous due to the presence of gases from hydrocarbons, toxic gases, or oxygen deficiencies. That is due to the presence of flammable atmosphere, toxic or suffocating. Before entering a closed space, a series of prevention and safety measures must be carried out for ventilation. Localized extraction, respiratory protection. At the time of entering, we must follow the following steps. Atmospheric checks before entering. Effective ventilation will be continually maintained. Employees entering a permit-required confined space must wear the appropriate personal protective equipment for the condition of the space and the work to be performed. Personal protective equipment could consist of the following: rubber suits, boots, gloves, face shields, and other items indicated. Breathing equipment including self-contained breathing apparatus or airline respirator and a source of compressed air for breathing equipment. A rescue system containing a lifeline, body harness, lifting mechanism, or anchor. The ventilation equipment required to achieve the necessary condition for entry. Lighting equipment to see well and know to work safely and leave the space quickly in an emergency. Oxygen content, combustible gases, and vapor toxic potential of air pollutants. There shall be no hazardous atmosphere within the space whenever a person enters the interior. The atmosphere of a confined space shall be analyzed using equipment sensitive and specific enough to identify and evaluate any hazardous atmosphere that may exist or arise. You must provide appropriate acceptable entry procedures for the space being empty.